Pattern predictions, 1 degree outside Weather Network. The lookout across the next 14 days about the thinking behind the forecast and what could change along the way. I'm meteorologist Matt Noyes, 1 day later than usual with a Tuesday posting for you here. Just a reminder, if you just want the actual 14-day for your location anywhere in the world, that's what our app is for. It's the 1 degree outside weather app on the App Store and Google Play, totally free and 5 stars. And atop the home screen of that app, if you tap that right there, you're able to watch New England's first and only Weather Network. That's right. On your smart TV, open up the YouTube app and do a search for 1 degree outside network, or on the web at 1degreeoutside.live, or as I just mentioned, atop the home screen of our app as well. We like to start out with the 500 millibar pattern, not always, but often. And the reason is because this is a great way to see what your average temperature through a large column of the atmosphere is. The warmer colors representing warmer temperatures, the colder colors representing colder temperatures. Well, warmth is trying to return to the eastern two-thirds of the United States this week. Coming off the nor'easter, it will not succeed here in New England. New energy and new cold drops in across the North Atlantic, develops another storm. This time, not a nor'easter for us, but a storm when you get to the Scotian slopes, and notice back behind it, a northerly wind that's aligned not only at the jet stream level and the mid-levels of the atmosphere, but at the surface as well, kind of reinforcing cool and dry air into New England here as we get to the end of the week. By the end of the upcoming weekend on Sunday, though, we think it's going to turn mild and breezy and actually very, very nice. But that's happening in advance of a large area of energy that's kind of digging in with some cold again. So you're right ahead of it on Sunday. By Monday, or even Sunday night, in a Monday, we think you're going to get into a shot of rain that may have some thunder with it. There's pretty good energy and pretty good cold digging in aloft. And look what it does. But from Monday to Wednesday, you just keep reinforcing it with more in the way of cold air aloft. What this means is that Monday to Wednesday of the upcoming week, we actually may find some snow showers mixing in across the higher terrain, the mountains of New England and upstate New York and northern New York for that matter. And then as we get out through the end of next week, that kind of starts to abate a little bit. But one of the things that I had mentioned in our pre-storm live stream for our members is that as we see the pattern changing over the course of the next couple of weeks, we do start to open the door to modified Pacific moisture, and that at least allows you a chance to get some precipitation. The other thing that I think is worth pointing out is we've been looking at the kind of real deep cold still in place across Siberia. And as we mentioned both in the monthly forecast and in our previous pattern prediction videos the last couple of weeks, that's really good to be a building block for what can come as a colder, snowier solution here at home as we head into the upcoming weekend. So building block one not only is there, but look, the cold air begins to expand down to the Intermountain region, the Northern Rockies, as we start to get out toward the end of the 2-week period. So does that translate directly here at home? No, not yet, but it will mean accumulating snow out in the western mountains by the time we get to the end of the period. I'm going to show you that here in a second. To the point of having some modified Pacific moisture coming into play, it actually certainly is encouraging, especially after the recent nor'easter that brought 7 inches of rain to some of southern New England, but very little to the drought-stricken areas of New Hampshire and Maine, that now in the next 10 days, we see a general pattern of about 1 to 2.5 inches that's drawn on here if you line it up with the legend. So that does give you some hope that we're going to spread the rain a little bit more evenly across New England over the next 2 weeks, particularly, again, with that system that comes in for the first part of week 2, so about a week from this recording. The other thing is, while there may be some snowflakes that get involved with the system early next week in northern New England and the mountains, and actually the weekend after that, you may do it again with that colder air trying to come on and expand. What you're really talking about is accumulating snow with a start to the snow season out across the western United States, from the Sierra Nevadas all the way to the Intermountain region and the Rockies. This whole area seeing somewhere on the order of about 8 to 18 inches of snow coming over the course of the next 10 days. So it's exciting for snow lovers out there anyway. In terms of our own forecast temperatures, look, I mentioned you reinforce the cool for a while at the end of this week, and then it breaks on Sunday. Sunday is a really nice day. It's going to be a breezy day. We think the rain holds off till Sunday night or Monday, and so as a result, the temperatures won't drop till then either. But watch this period, Monday through Wednesday. Watch for the temperatures to drop and the weather to turn crummier in the forecast as we get closer to it, because you have so much of that upper level energy that we looked at. And if we're talking about maybe some flakes mixing in at times across the mountains, those numbers certainly may come down. It goes down anyway as you get later on in the period. In terms of overnight lows, we got one mild night that comes up on Sunday night, again, when you're coming off just ahead of that storm that's going to be moving in at us. Other than that, it's fairly uniform. Again, some of the coolest air at the beginning of the period, because even if you did end up getting cooler daytime highs early next week, you probably wouldn't see the lows sink very much with a number of clouds and showers around. You also can really see that reflected in the precipitation chance rising Sunday night into Monday. Perhaps watch that chance of precipitation to see. I think it'll go up Tuesday, Wednesday as we get the energy kind of hanging overhead. And then again, the following weekend, there's a good chance it will re-energize with another system dropping over us. So we'll be watching for that chance of precipitation to go up as well. I talked about the pre-storm live stream that we do for our members. If you think that might be something you'd really enjoy, admittedly, we only do them before really impactful storms, but they can be a lot of fun. And I make no bones about opening up the science and really talking about what's going into it from a meteorological perspective. So the inside track or above probably would be a membership level for you, but check it out, see what you think. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com. Always appreciate your support. And again, don't forget, we do daily videos every morning by 4:30 in the morning for 24 hours. Every weekday, we do the Insights video, looking out through the next several days with a real deep dive into meteorology. We do the coastal marine forecast that we post in the afternoon to take care of our marine community across New England as well. We are 1 degree outside, and we appreciate your support.